Mhm. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. And Jean says it's a special day because it's 7/20/20.
23,
I'm
23.
sorry. That's what I meant. 7/23/23. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so that's 75567. Oh, to 7, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay. No wonder. All right. So yes, seven energy is really good, and it's Sunday. And welcome. And I'd love to welcome my wonderful two guests who've never worked together yet, and have been very excited to work with each other. We have Val from Dragonfly Crystals. Thank you, Val, and also Next Level Channeling. She does her channeling on that channel, and we have SunPsychicJean, our gal that's been with us for a couple of years now, and we always appreciate you,
This
Jean.
is
Thank
where
you.
I started, Allie. Thank you.
You're
You're the
welcome.
one who taught me everything I know. You know
Oh,
that?
you're so funny. Thank you, dear. Thank you. And Jean is doing so well. She's got her own bulk of subscribers, and she's doing her own shows, and everybody loves her. So there you go.
I just subscribed both my
Oh, you
channels.
did?
Yeah, both my channels subscribed.
Oh,
Oh,
thank you
that's
very
great.
much. That
Yeah.
was sweet.
Yes,
Right.
it is. So yes, and of course, it's always good to mention to please go over and like and subscribe their channels and support them because they're wonderful, and they always have some great shows, different things that they do. But this one here is we're hoping for a bunch of great questions and some great stuff coming through for you today. So before we're talking behind stage, Val was telling us about time shifts, and I've been hearing about it, but I did not have a really good example of it. However, Val told us a fascinating example of it, and it can go either way. You can either go somewhere and its time is very slow, or you go somewhere and zoom, it's hours later. So, Val,
Yeah.
tell
Well, I
us.
I
Yeah.
always, this was about 6 months ago. Ordered my Starbucks on the phone so I can just go pick it up.
Mhm.
So I was in my car, and it's about a 5-minute drive from my house, and it was 10 o'clock when I left my house because they say your order is ready at such and such a time. So
Yeah.
I, being cognizant of that, I looked at the clock. Then I drove down there in the local shopping center, parked my car, got out, went in, picked up my chai tea, and it all was probably by that time, a good 7 or 8 minutes. And then I put my drink in the cup holder, drove out there. I hit some lights, had to stop. So by the time I got to the stoplight for the street that my house is on, I looked at the clock and it said 10 o'clock. And I had this, I don't even know how to talk about this energy that just,
Yeah.
it's
Like the
like,
chills. Yeah.
it's like a
Yeah.
shift. You
Uh-huh.
felt like you either came in or out of a time warp. I don't even know what to call it,
Yeah.
but it's where I came back to real time or
Mm,
something
mhm.
like, and,
Yeah.
and I was just, I couldn't even put it into words, but Jean actually um, described it better. And also, I actually have been experiencing time expansion where I have been doing something and I look up at the clock and I only have so much time. And I swear a half hour went by and I look up at the clock and it's been only 5 minutes.
Mhm.
And Jean, weren't you saying you experienced
Yes,
similar things?
yes, definitely. I would check the clock and I'd be like, oh, I still have plenty of time. Like, where normally I'd be like racing the clock or whatever, it would have taken a lot longer. But I was really surprised at the short distance of time that had passed. But
Mm.
what Val was just saying that when I get something a message from spirit or a sign from spirit or to pay attention to spirit, I call it, there's a shift that I call it says whoa, like there's just some, like it makes you stop and look around and be aware, like something just happened,
Yeah.
something just changed. But it's an energy, and Allie was saying it's similar to when you get those chills, but
Mhm.
it's almost a little bit about pay attention. Like, this is something different. Pay attention. It's hard to describe, but has anybody else here ever had that kind of a feeling? Like, as soon
Yeah.
as you see something out of the ordinary that you know is a message from spirit, and you get that feeling, it's almost like
It's
pay
like
attention
deja
kind of
vu.
feeling.
When you have
Yes.
deja vu, you always go, ooh, you know?
Yeah.
So it might be like that. Yeah, it might be like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
You could say it like that.
Anyway, yeah. So tell
Yeah.
us, and if you can, try to think about it this week as you're moving along in the week, and see what's going on in your world, and notice whether it takes longer or whether it's as much shorter. I've found it with waking up. My dogs get me up way too early, and I'll go back to sleep after I feed them. And then I'll wake up and it will only be an hour later. And I'm thinking I've slept for 4 or 5 hours. And
Yeah.
so that
Yeah.
could be even something like that.
It's the same kind of thing like that,
It
where your
is.
sense of the passing of time is not, it's, I
Right.
don't want to say distorted, but there's an adjustment. There's something happening, flexing with
Right.
that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Fascinating for sure. I mean, we are going through extraordinary times right now. I heard last night, it was very late, and I saw that we've been having massive corona ejections, and of course solar storms and things. And I know that time is a man-made construct. It's not something that we, and it's not linear.
Yeah.
And so, we have that. But then I'm looking at possibly what's going on as well with the outside forces, such as the sun and so forth, and some of the other. Now that you mention it, what is deja vu? Deja vu is, oh, I feel like I've been here before, or I know what's going to happen,
Right.
because I've either lived it or I've dreamt it or whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So what does Sally say? I know it was the weekend. Both Saturday and Sunday woke up so groggy and heavy at 8 a.m., much later than usual. I was all ready for Monday. Both Saturday and Sunday
Sorry.
woke up so groggy and heavy at 8 a.m.
My phone, I was just going to make somebody a moderator, and my phone decided
Oh, it started talking.
raise
Okay.
the volume.
No worries. No worries. But yeah, I've had that happen too, Sally. I've had that happen because, when I'm not working outside the home, I don't know what day it is. It's like I
Yeah.
have to really think about it. And so, yeah. Wonderful. Time goes slowly at work and fast during the summer. Yes, it does, Melinda. Yeah, absolutely. It really does. Yeah. Erin O'Nugent, people are sipping on their coffee. Yes, you know that I am, because I had to go to Starbucks this morning, but time went by faster than it did for Val. All right. So let's say hello to some folks this morning. All right. We have Viviani, who is on all channels. Thank you, my dear. We have Kiba. I'm going to just go down the list here. There's Kiba. Val said hello to everybody, and Spirit Watcher Suzanne is here. Vicki Howell. Samantha. And Samantha lives in the land down under, I believe. So welcome. We've got Carol Butts and Sally. We've got Jan's Free. Nice to see you. And Teresa, Starhawk, Linda. Got a lot of people here right now. All right, we have Rossi. We have KK. And we have Sonia. And we have Nivra. Nice to see you, Nivra. Hello, Leonea. And am I getting to the end here? Wicky's here. Lauren's here. Laurie now. Changed to Laurie from Lauren.
Oh.
Yes, that's her. It's her. But apparently that's another name she's been called by family. So she went with that one. Yeah.
Right.
We have Nancy. And Debbie Gesselman. What a nice group. Well, thank you, Debbie. We're glad you're part of it. Thank you for being here with us. And we have Erin and Melinda. I said Melinda, I believe. Anybody? Jill, Sananan. And now I can say it right, Jean. The hardest time. Wait till you guys hear this one. There's a town that's near me, actually, where I'm going to go see Chicago in September, and I'm so excited.
Ooh.
But it's Puyallup.
Oh,
And I had the hardest time with
and
that.
you know, I call it, you're going to laugh, I call it pull you up because I
Pull
don't,
you up.
I don't know what it's called. But
Yeah, no, it's Puyallup.
technical.
It's Puyallup. Yeah,
I
Puyallup.
never,
But I used to call it Puyallup. I didn't know. I didn't know how to say it. So yes, it's funny. And in Massachusetts, it's really funny because there's lots and lots of places that no one knows how to say, like Worcester, Massachusetts,
Oh, yeah.
Gloucester, Massachusetts.
yeah.
And actually, there's a Peabody, Massachusetts, but it's not Peabody. It's Peabody. That's how you say it. So it's
Yeah.
funny how that happens.
That's like Prescott, Arizona. Is it
Prescott.
Prescott?
It's
Prescott, like a biscuit.
it's like a biscuit. Brisket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prescott.
Hi, camera girl. Thanks, everybody. Oh, it's 3 a.m. down there, Samantha. You're just not tired. Maybe you can go to sleep afterwards. How about that? Ladies, talk about this while I'm clicking off some of these. So it comes from several sources like premonition, previous life, split across timeline. What do you think?
Interesting.
Yeah. Deja vu?
For sure, definitely. I think I know, was it on your show last week, Allie, when I was reading for Pierrette, that when she, or one of the shows, but Pierrette was asking about if somebody was in the house and she smelled coffee, or if
Yep.
there was a spirit that smelled coffee, that she, and I said no, she was going in and out of dimensions. She was coming back from a different dimension where the coffee smell was, and we hadn't considered it before. But she keeps asking, she's like, it feels like somebody was in there, it feels like I see somebody. And here she's coming in and out of dimensions because she's all up in the upper realms doing her work. Yeah,
Right.
I have to say, I think that's what's in that way. You just reminded me, Jean, when I'm coming in and out of meditation, I open my eyes and I see the energy forms of beings. I'm actually in another dimensional awareness. That's why I'm seeing those energy forms as I'm coming out of meditation and opening my eyes. It isn't that they're right here in 3D land, but
right. But you're still in that semi-meditative state, and you can access that. Yeah, that's fascinating, ladies. Yeah.
But I think all of us have this access. I think because of the density and the frequency that's rising in humanity and on Gaia, that we can access our own past lives that are bleeding through to this lifetime through our soul, because of our density is lighter. And a lot of us are coming up with these desires and notions and ideas and likes and dislikes and things, or wounds, or you know, fears and things like this. But it's information that we can access from our past life. It's all available to us. And I see these things bleeding through into this lifetime. It's very, very unique for us to be here at this time.
Yeah, and I noticed, I have to agree with you, Jean, exactly. I noticed from about a year ago at least, my guides and angels are all like, I got the awareness that I could pull in all my lifetimes where I have some information, knowledge, expertise, all these gifts and abilities, and merge them into this timeline, merge them into my
current.
Current. And
so really what you've done is you've opened up.
I mean, you've opened up to all of it. And what Jean mentioned is so true, that all these things that may be wounds or whatever you've carried, that, you know, from all these different lifetimes, are definitely bleeding through it into this space. And that just shows you we're multidimensional. We're all here right now vibrating at this one point. And you can literally connect to everything. Even your galactic selves, the lifetimes or current lifetime you're leading as a galactic being or whatever, how far out you want to get. It's all of those things.
Yeah.
And that's true what Vicky says. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a splinter. Right. uh, Val does do Akashic readings, just so everybody knows if you're ever
Oh,
interested.
thank
But
Val.
my feeling is, Val, that you've opened up that
Yeah.
Akash, and
Mhm.
you've just kept it open for your
I
personal.
I keep it open, and
Yeah.
I never shut it. And so
Uh-huh.
I can communicate with the my Akashic record masters
Yeah.
at any time. Uh, so yeah, it's a constant
Fabulous.
communication, and
Mhm.
yeah, it
Yeah.
works really beautifully. But
Well,
everyone can.
everyone can do it. Maybe you ought to do a class on that. I
I
think
could
you
do
should.
a class on it.
Yeah, you should, because I think a lot of us would be interested in having that open, for our own, at least.
Yeah,
We don't have to
absolutely,
interfere in other
absolutely.
people's, but
Now,
yeah.
some people don't connect with their guides. So everybody has Akashic Record Masters. Not
Right.
everyone connects to them and has
Mhm.
Akashic Record Masters that go in and get the records and say blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter because you'll still be able to read the Akashic records. You may get symbols or see things that you have to interpret a little, but it's just
Mhm.
as valid and beautiful an
Mhm.
experience. Yeah,
That's fascinating. That's
yeah,
wonderful.
yeah.
Well, I got a lot of questions here that we'll start on, but I do want to say Vicky says she's been a writer since she was a kid and working on a novel now. Someone looked at my past lives and told me I was supposed to write a book several lifetimes ago. Vicky, I was told that I have all the information I need
Yes.
to disseminate to everybody, and if I didn't use it, that I would lose it and have to start from scratch the next lifetime. And I thought, oh my God, I can't do that. What a waste, So, so I totally get it. Yeah. Oh, this is funny. Aaron said, is that why people are so tired? Too many lives to live.
Yeah, for real.
You got to know when to shut it down, I guess, right,
Yeah,
Val?
you
Yeah,
do. You
you
really
do.
do. You
Yeah.
have to ground into Mother Earth, and I use the elemental kingdom and just anything to pull me down to
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
heal, release, and
Hmm.
you got to
You
do a
have to
lot
have
of
that
releasing.
balance. Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to have that
yeah,
balance.
you really do.
Well, wonderful conversation here, ladies. Thank you for sharing about the time changes and, of course, other things that have been asked about deja vu and so on. So here's the first question we have for you today, and it's Nivra, and she would love a message from her guides regarding the young men in my life. All right.
I feel that they gravitate toward you and they look at you like you are this fountain of wisdom. And I think you have some kind of energy, an energetic field around you that attracts um, people to learn from you. Uh, I see that happening. And I think you are just this great, wise person that they just go, oh, man, I want to be in her energy and hear what she has to say. That's what I get for you. Is it Nerva?
It's Nivra. I believe it's
Nivra.
Nivra. Yeah,
Nivra.
I think
That's a
so. Yeah.
beautiful name, Nivra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I can concur that this does sound plausible. And what I was picking up when Val was saying that is that you could have been perhaps maybe a leader of some sort, a queen of some sort that was highly regarded and loved by many. And it was your, just the way that you adored the people.
Mhm.
And this is the energy that they're attracted to. It's the energy that you're possessing. And this is what we're saying, that past lives are bleeding through into this lifetime so that we can access the resources that we need to ascend and to raise to that next vibration. So your energy has that energy of the past life that you were, and every past life that you were, but the one that you were, the queen, or the most revered female um, priestess of some sort, is what they're finding and seeing in you. And it's an energetic thing. um, I'm sure you're a lovely person and perfectly beautiful, but it is also your energy that you possess.
Yeah. Wow. That's beautiful,
Wow, I
ladies.
love that expansion.
I know. That's fabulous. So I'm going to use the heart and soul cards again today, which are just little messages that come on the backs of these. And again, I don't like reading cards out, but these are lovely messages. So it says, close your eyes and feel yourself embraced by angelic wings of light. Feel the light dissolve your fears, concerns, and doubts, and fill your heart with peace and joy. Everyone is safe and all is well, and there's never a reason for concern. Look at that. Got the beautiful angel wings around you.
Gorgeous. Yeah, I love that.
Thank you, dear. Thank you for the question. What a wonderful thing to have young men around you loving your energy. I mean, nothing better than that. Yeah, that's beautiful. All right. So Nancy wonders if she could get a message from her guides for the week.
Okay. Well, Nancy, I see them surrounding you, and they're showing me a picture of you meditating. So I think that's what they're trying to say is either they want you to be doing more connection work and running energy. And there is a lot that they want to do with you work-wise on a conscious level. A lot is happening externally, coming into your energy field. And I feel like they're standing all around you, wanting you to open your crown chakra up, open all of your unified energy field. And I think that you're going to find that there are a lot of gifts that are opening to you. And there are messages they have for you, messages that they want you to hear every day. But this week, that's kind of it. A big thing for them is for you to open up to your own gifts and abilities to listen to the guidance they're giving you. They're giving it to you every day, all along the way. And that's what I get for Nancy. I hope that resonates.
So, Nancy, what I was picking up for you right away is I saw a round object that had ribbon tied around it in knots and then streaming. And when I was asking for clarity, all I saw was like this ribbon knotted around something round, and then it opened up and I saw that was a tambourine, and I saw you beating on the tambourine. And so what I asked them what this meant, and they were telling me that it's for you to develop a way to express and to create, be creative. And it's important for you to incorporate sound and rhythm in your life in order to ramp up that energy of your own and to ramp up that connection. That beat, that energy, the frequency, the timing is really important. And the creativity of adorning the musical instruments with those ribbons is your creation. I'm not sure if you do macrame or if you do something with strings, or that there's another kind of knotting thing that you do with blankets, but just something that you can express your creativity. And as you're being creative, and this will open up your connection.
Wow. Cool. All right, here's your card with beautiful reds and greens on it. It says, you may not be aware of it, but a tapestry full of positive outcomes and spiritual blessings now permeate your aura. The gray clouds have lifted, replaced by radiant light. The past is behind you. Let it go and embrace the positive times. I find it interesting with the ribbons because you talked about the ribbons and this talks about the tapestry. So, yeah, very close.
That is beautiful.
Oh, wow. Yeah. All right. Suzanne, Spirit Watcher Suzanne, you can put up a question, but I can't take any more after you. We've already got quite a number of them. So thank you very much. I just wanted you to know because you are over on one of Val's channels. So in case you couldn't see me. So Samantha would love a message from her spirit team for guidance on her next project.
I hear trust your gut right away. That you listen to your own navigation system. They lit up my gut and pointed it forward as soon as I tuned into your energy, Samantha, and just to trust in your own instincts, and they will be guiding you through your energy field, through your body. You'll feel the whether it feels right to move forward or to hesitate. You listen to those clues that come through your body, and to trust that.
Mhm.
And Samantha, I was getting color is very important in your um, next project. It's something about essential frequencies that you need to um, get your project going in the right vibrational frequency, if that makes any sense to you. They said it's essential, and whatever that means to you, that's the first thing that came through. So I'm just going to go with that.
Yeah.
Thanks.
So I decided to pull from another deck, but I got the word align. I think you need to align, and that's what the other ladies had just said. Align with your own purpose. Look at all the color. Amazing. Just gorgeous. And there you are, just out there, bare naked to the world and aligning yourself with the universe. How beautiful. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we have Erin. Here's one from the other side then. Ask my great grandma Peggy if I'm repeating any of her mistakes. Ooh, that's an interesting one. Okay.
Oh, right away, Erin, I don't know if this makes sense, but your grandmother said setting your boundaries. Just make sure that you are giving yourself your space. You love yourself unconditionally and first, and then you can give love out to everyone else. And you need your time, your space, and you can't give 2,000,000% of yourself out. You have to save your energy for whatever you need to nurture and be good to yourself. So set those boundaries and give yourself a lot of self-care and everything you need to nurture yourself and deeply love yourself. And that's what I hear. Thank you.
So, as far as your grandma Peggy, she's letting me know that we are all our own. Our journey here on this planet is our own, and however, the influence that you have from your ancestors is hopefully that they brought you to a further a point further down the line than they were able to reach. That they transcended and had gone through challenges in their lifetimes in order for you to start out at a point that's ahead of theirs. So, but it's important for you to not to compare yourself to anybody else's life in your lineage, but to compare yourself to yourself the day before. And they just want you to honor and respect your own essence and start from that point. Be like almost be comfortable in the seat of your own soul. They're saying feel comfortable in your own skin and move from that point.
Hmm. I kind of got the same thing for you, Erin. The first card I got was she's saying, honey, remember that you have overcome so many obstacles and you're still standing. Don't let it bother you. There may be more obstacles, but also enjoy the good times that come to you. Accept what it is and move on and realize that you are doing the best job you can. But yes, accept that you need to love yourself first. I agree with that completely. I think that, we tend to be floating around out there somewhere, but grandma's always with you. But she is saying, Jean is right. And so is Valerie, love yourself, accept yourself. You're a beautiful, beautiful soul. So thank you, dear. All right. Viviane, question about her situation, please.
I hear they're telling me to let things play out, to give it some divine timing, to allow that pause in that ebb and flow. It sort of seems to be in the ebb station right now, and to be respectful of the divine timing. The pause is just as important as the momentum forward, and to honor both states.
I would say exactly that. I mean, you said it, exactly what I would say. So, Viviani, definitely pay attention to that. Thank you.
I you, you can't make this stuff up. I got that you need to align, Viviani. I got the same card I had gotten earlier. You need to align with that. I think that the creative process is working for you well. Make sure you align with it and remember timing. There's always divine timing. It may not be on your time. And we just talked about how time is moving. So we all have to be a little patient with the way time is working for us. But I believe that you are lined up and you continue to be aligned with it, of course.
Yeah, trust that.
Trust is right. Yep. All right, Melinda Salinas, message from angels and guides to guide me at work. Okay.
They're saying you're very empathic, and so you do tend to pick up feelings and from other people at work, and that can make you that can affect your mood and take you out of center a little bit. So they're asking you to practice being an observer and staying in your heart center with beautiful white light. And that is going to make you really put you in a space, a bubble of balance. And that to be the observer, don't engage in anything emotionally. You know when you're triggered, because when you're an empath, you can make things about you, and it's really about them. So remember that when you're at work, that's what your guides and angels are surrounding you, asking you to work with that. Thank you.
Dear Melinda, so what your guides are came through, and what I heard them say is to begin new and fresh, start new. Try to let go of any judgments or observations from the past and start clean. And they also told me like a clean slate, and that was a pun on your teacherhood. And they said, you'll remember this clean slate, to start fresh, start new. The energies are all new, the experiences are all new, to come in as a fresh, clean slate, just like it's the first time you're doing it.
Wow, that's beautiful. And I get attunement. They want you to attune to whatever energies that are around you. And you can attune to it without being a part of it. If there's any animosity or any problems around you, you can just bubble yourself off away from that. But they want you to make sure that you take that action and look at the yellow. I'm feeling like third chakra, maybe, some days give you a stomach ache, or, there's a gut level thing going on. Try to send yourself some yellow light to that area if you're feeling stressed, and remember to keep the bubble wrap around you, because I think that will help take out the toxicity of the situation. All right. Thank you so much. All right. We got Camera Girl here. Would love a message from her guide. She's feeling like my psychic knowing is getting stronger. That's wonderful, Camera Girl. Wow. We love hearing that.
I get immediately work on your mediumship.
Wow.
Okay.
That was the main thing. They want you to go ahead and open that up. Definitely.
Okay.
Allie, go ahead. I was still stuck on Melinda, so I'm just now starting.
That's okay. I get here. Just trust it. Keep trusting it, Camera Girl, because look at you. You are touching the boundaries of the other world above. Absolutely. Oh, I see that coming your way. That's fabulous.
I do see that you have an appeal. You have a way of communicating with people on a different level. You're quick-witted and you're very, you can think on your feet and speak from your heart. And this is your connection to spirit as well. And you have a way of communicating with people that they understand. You have um, there's a very special energy about you. It's knowledgeable, it's intelligent, yet it has a strong foundation. So I would say communication to other people from what the information you're getting in, whatever you call it, if you call it psychic, if you call it mediumship, if you call it just receiving messages and or being empathic, whatever it is that you call it, it's your way of communicating that to the person that is really effective and that will seal the deal, that will land that knowledge and land that message where they can actually hear it. Because I could say something to them and they'd be like, I don't get it, it's going over my head. You would say something to them and frame it a little bit differently and they'd be like, I get it now, I get it now. So this communication is also your gift, and that's this chakra here. Yeah,
That's fabulous. That reminds me of a conversation I had this week with a student of mine who is in an online class. He's actually a senior in college, and he's an older guy. And everything I said to him, he said, "You might as well be speaking Pig Latin. I don't get it. I don't get it." And I said, "Oh my God." And I said, "Can we meet in," because I was on the phone. I said, "Can we meet in Zoom? And then I can show you," because people learn in different ways.
Yeah.
And he was yelling at me, calling me a terrible teacher. He was doing all kinds of things. And it was really difficult because he was not only, it wasn't that I wasn't explaining it easily. He had this up. He didn't want to hear a damn word I said. He just wanted me to pass him, you know? So it was very interesting. But Juno had mentioned a couple things over here earlier, and I said yes, and not every comment requires a response. I tend to think it does. Sometimes quiet really is a response, you know? So, so I'm going to speak Pig Latin. Yeah, there you go. All right. Hi, Terry. Nice to see you. Terry at Holding Your Space is here. All right, so Miss Vicky, she was away and we're glad she's back. On her walks, she sees kingfishers. I asked my guides about it and I heard sentinel. Did I get that right? You know what they are, right? Those big birds with the big bills. Okay.
So I would trust what you're getting, Wiki. I don't know what the communication was that you were getting, but they just want you to trust it. And no matter how far out it is, it'll eventually make sense at one time. It may be a kingfisher now, but you may be getting information about kings. You may be getting information about fishers. You may be getting information about the oceans or the wildlife or the global warming. You don't know where it may lead. Just trust it and say thank you and say I'd love information. It's a way of just developing it. I'm telling you, Allie has been my witness. I have seen some of the weirdest things, a big giant yellow school bus, and I'm like, what the heck? So trust it and say thank you and record this down. And at one day you'll be like, oh, that's what all those things were. They meant this. And it's a way of them developing your, excuse me, your sort of reference bank with them and your way of understanding them. So I wouldn't trust whatever it is that you're getting. I can't get into that message that they were sending to you, but only you know. And no matter how far out it is, whether you understand it or not, trust it.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, and Wiki, I immediately got your sentinel word, meaning a gatekeeper of information. So they're telling me that when you see the kingfisher, it is a communication download happening for you, and the sentinel is the gatekeeper. So just let it come, and it may unfold overnight. It may take weeks, however long it takes. It will unpack within you. So that is a download from your guides, that gatekeeper.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Terry says too, kingfishers are watchers. They watch with awareness and swoop in at the right moment. Sure, that's how they get the fish, I think.
Yeah.
They appear to be doing nothing, but they're watching.
Yeah, I'm getting the full body chills.
I'm really excited for you, Wiki, because that means your gifts are just moving right along, and take that as it may. And in the stillness, when you see these things come to you, they are bringing you information. And I'm getting that, you must have actually been had your mind open enough and were still enough to get that message.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
The important part is that you recognized it, you're aware of it, and you're curious to unpack it. I think that's really good.
Wiki is a boss. There you go. That's great. Oh, I love that, Wiki. I'm so excited for you. That's wonderful. All right, so we have Miss Sonia. Wonders if she can get a message from Angels and Guides, please. Mm-hmm.
So I hear they want you to start sharing your gifts, Sonia. They want you to start practicing with friends and family. And if you don't already practice already, perhaps maybe like how they have Reiki shares, maybe do a tarot share or like a swap with somebody. But they want you to start practicing with people outside of practicing your gifts, practicing your talents, your tools, and getting out there.
Right. And Sonia, I got the first word that came from them, from your angels and guides, is comfort. And then I saw Archangel Michael, who is one of your big guides and one who is around you all the time. And then I saw Sisterhood of the Rose Cross, Lady Nada and Lady Mary. So that ties in with that first word, comfort. So this is what you give to others. It is one of your gifts. And you can call on them as you work with others. They are going to feel that healing energy from you, that love and compassion comes through with whatever gifts you're going to use. And it's a special, the Sisterhood of the Rose Cross is a special compassion and love for the world vibe that you have and that you send out and give out freely to everyone. And that'll even develop more as you use your gifts with others, as you open it and let it all flow. So yeah, they're excited for you.
That's wonderful. So I bring in the angel healing cards, and I pulled Archangel Gabriel. The channels for clear and honest communication are now open. You will soon receive some positive news. Free your heart by speaking your truth with love. So yeah, the angels are busy working with you. So do enjoy.
Lots of angel energy.
Absolutely. Hi, Sherry Z and Jackie. I want to welcome, and Scott and Coyote Rosenbaum. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here.
I'm sorry, Allie. I just want to put in for Sonia. This is also the divine feminine, bringing in and being a energetic flow of that divine feminine. Of course, we all have divine feminine and masculine within, but that balance of that is always also what the Sisterhood of the Rose represents. That compassion and love is also the divine feminine energy.
So the Sisterhood of the White Rose, is that what you said it is?
The Sisterhood of the Rose, but both Mary, Lady Nada, and Lady Mary, who's Mary Magdalene and Mother Mary, tell me it is the Sisterhood of the Rose Cross. And that's how they have always said their organization name to me. And it's men and women can be in that.
Okay.
So yeah, it is about the feminine energy upon the earth and balancing that.
So on your channel that does next level channeling, you bring in some of these folks to give messages. Is that right? And you brought these people in?
Yes, I've had messages from Lady Nada and Lady Mary about the Sisterhood of the Rose Cross.
Okay.
Well,
That's awesome. That's awesome.
See?
Thank you. Yeah. Hi, Pierrette. Good to see you, dear. All right. So Sally woke up this morning feeling heavy and thirsty. So unusual for me. Insights from my guides as to why.
they had you out on the astral. You were working really hard. And I have to say, I was right out there doing the same
there with
kind of
you?
thing. I was exhausted when I woke up.
Oh, you guys cracked me
We
up.
are energetically receiving so many light codes when we're asleep. And your guides and angels, I mean, when you leave the body, this is when they put you to work.
Right.
You're
No wonder
doing
you wake up that way. Yeah.
There's so much work going on. You have no idea. And your 3D body is getting all this light code information and downloads. So you still have that to unpack. So why do you feel heavy?
And thirsty.
This stuff and thirsty. This information is sitting in your energetic field. Sit down, meditate. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's you got to let it in and integrate. So when you're in meditation, deep breaths, at least 3 or 4 big, huge cleansing breaths, light from your heart, open your crown, surround yourself with light, and release all tensions, all stress, any kind of feeling of restriction in all timelines. Just let it go. And say, I open up to receive all the light codes and information sitting in my energetic field now. I anchor it into every cell of my body. Mm-hmm. You don't have to do this, but this is like, boom, it does it because you just said it. Okay. So it helps. Fast track to doing it.
So I agree wholeheartedly with everything that Val said. I think that there is an energy frequency change and a download and the light codes, and that this is taxing on the human body. And this is why you felt the change when you woke up. But it's really important that you notice this, that you knew that it was something in a spiritual sense, than an energetic sense, and listen to your body and drink water or electrolytes, or, take care of yourself. And a lot of self-care is needed. All of humanity is going through this. And isn't it amazing the way I woke up the other day and I felt like I slept really hard, and I had morning voice like until 4 p.m, because I slept so hard the night before. And that it's not your normal sleep cycle. It's not your normal energetic cycle. And it's got to be this. It's that you noticed it, and that we're all becoming more and more aware of it and welcoming it and understanding it. It's beautiful. Good job.
Mm. Oh, yeah. I'm thinking, make sure you don't go visit Val while you're astral traveling, because she lives in one of the hottest places on earth. So
definitely.
I see that the knowledge that you're going to be getting will bring you lots and lots of happiness, Sally. So you can see the light upon your face. And so it's shining on you. Right there would make me thirsty for one thing. But joking aside, I definitely have felt that way myself, where you wake up and you just can't get up. It's almost as though your body doesn't work right. And how am I going to get anything done today? So, right. Yeah. But I love that, just let it go. Let it go. That's a great message. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. All right. So Vicki Howell would like to know what her next steps should be in my energy. What do my guides say? I'm going to let my dog out of the room.
Well, Vicki, I get that there are several guides that are like knocking on your door. I don't know if you're communicating directly with them or not, but they are really, trying to get in there and have conversations with you. And so I just want to suggest that you sit down every day for 5 or 10 minutes with written questions and really open that dialogue. Write the questions out, but say them out loud. say, hey guides, let's make this appointment every day and sit down together. And this is what I'd like an answer to right now. Call in your primary guides and angels and start having the dialogue, open it up, and they will start to talk with you in a thought voice, in things that you'll come across in some way, symbolically, or you will hear the thought voice. And you will get the impression, the feeling of what they're trying to say to you. And that will develop over time and get even more intense. And you will definitely know all the time. You will have that real-time guide connection. And so what they're really trying to have you acknowledge, your ability is already there, just open to receive the connection. It's not something you have to work at. It's there. Boom.
Mhm.
Beautiful, beautiful, Vicky. So what they showed me right away was a whale's tail. You know how it kicks up its tail and then goes under? When I saw the whale's tail, I saw that one half of the whale's tail was black and the other half of the whale's tail was white. And what that says to me is to work on your balancing, work on balancing your rational analytical with your spiritual and creative. Work on balancing your chakras, work on balancing work and life, work on balancing your intake with your foods and things, work on balancing sleeping and waking. They want you to work on balance, yin and yang.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. So they are wanting to give you a message, and it says influence, but I don't think it's like we want to influence you and take you over. I think they're just trying to point you in the correct direction.
Mm-hmm.
And so whenever you have times of stillness, they are downloading information to you.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm getting for you, hon. Yeah. Yin and yang. That's right. Yep. All right. So KK has a sort of a two-part thing here. The first thing she said was, about a year ago, I was meditating. I started seeing pictures of me barrel racing while listening to a certain song, Bomb Bomb, whatever that is, which turned into a whole movie. I see each time I hear that song. That's really cool. So the question is, if the visuals I see are ego projections or foresight of what's to come. Interesting.
I actually think that do you own a horse? Because I see the picture, but it comes from your animal telling you it's very
I've already told you. Yeah, I have. I've told her that
this is what they want to do.
Communicator. Yeah.
They have their dreams and aspirations and see themselves out there. It's the star of the show. So you might be an animal communicator and not even know it.
I knew it.
You have a new line of work, and I'm getting the full body chills on that.
Yep.
Yes.
First time I saw that horse, I said that to her. I said,
Not
I think
your
you
ego.
are.
Not your ego, animal communication. Yeah.
Well, I can't top that, KK. I have to totally concur with the ladies here for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
Trust it. Trust it, KK. Because you and that horse.
Cute. Totally, it was very cute.
Yeah. And now that you know what it feels like to pick up on an animal's thoughts and spirit or ideas and downloads, that you'll be able to recognize it again when you see it again for others.
Beautiful. Woo, gives me the chills.
I know. It's so much fun. So much fun. All right. So Linnea wonders, can she have any messages from her daughter, Kira, who passed?
She's saying she's around you all the time. And she says, first of all, she's saying, Mommy, I love you. and she is really energetically, she just wants you to know she is so good and loves being in the form she is, because she can see and know so much, and she wishes she could. She's trying to kind of trying to give you information, but it's hard for you to pick up on it. But you might know in some ways, you might get certain thoughts or ideas that come into your head, impressions, and it's actually her trying to give you some guidance, because she is just excited. She's like a little teacher, spiritual teacher, not little, big.
Yeah.
She's excited to use these abilities and share them with you. And she loves the direction you're going in. She wants you to do more. Open all the gifts. She's just loves it. Just so you know, that's her big focus. And she's doing fantastic.
Well, that's amazing, because I'm sitting here writing and Val's like speaking what I'm writing. So the first thing that Kira would like to say to you, Linnea, and I'm going to look down so that I can read what I just wrote, because it was like automatic writing. She said, "Thank you for being my mom, for being strong enough for both of us." And I got full body chills with that. So she's confirming that was accurate. She said, "You will see me in the mirror." And what she means by that is, when you look at her eyes, at your eyes, yourself in the mirror, you will see her and she will be there. This is her essence coming through to you. And you'll be like, "Oh, I look like Kira. Like that just looked like Kira." Or that's her energy coming through and showing you. She's saying, "You'll see me in others' eyes, in other people's eyes. You'll say, 'Oh, that reminds me of my daughter. That feels like my daughter.'" She said, "That is me." And this is important because I don't say this phrase. She says, "We are forever and always connected." I don't know if you use this phrase or if she used this phrase. We are forever and always connected. And I would not phrase it like that. So this came from her, and good on her. She really wanted to come through. So, and thank you, Linnea. It feels like you really it took a lot for you to reach out and to put this question out there. So congratulations.
Yeah.
Wow. And Vicky says, "That's in my book." The book she shared.
Wow.
See how this all works? We're all here together. That energy is brought in.
Yeah.
And yeah, I get transformation. So that, she says, "You're going through a transformation, Mom, and I'm just right here with you. Look at me. Yeah. I'm smiling down."
Excited.
Yeah.
She's excited for it.
I got so many goosebumps, Linnea. Oh my goodness.
Is she still here? I didn't see her.
I hope so. Are you here, Linnea?
Yeah, and Vicky, it's not just limited to Linnea. A lot of our loved ones come through to us like this, and this is what you were picking up on. It was a information from a spirit that you received that information. You probably already know that, but
oh gosh, I hope she at least watches. Yeah, I'm not sure she's still here.
Yeah, I felt like it was really, really, she stepped outside of her comfort zone to ask. That's
sure. That's okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm proud of her for doing that, actually. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yep. So yes, Deanne, I know you just got here. So, Linnea is here. Okay. She died at 36 weeks before she was born. Okay. I'm so sorry that happened, dear.
Yeah.
But very connected to you. Very connected. Yeah.
You've seen her in dreams too. She said she did come to you in a dream. Trust that person, the little girl that you saw come through, was her. She did come and visit you. She's reassuring. Oh. So you do know her likeness.
Wow. Oh, wow. Anyway, yeah, Deanne, we were just saying they were reading for Linnea's daughter, and then Vicky said she's writing a book, and some of the material came through because it spoke so much to her. So that's what I mean. We're all here as a collective. And so, we're sort of all, well, we tied together anyway, but when we're in this kind of a group, it's even more so. Ladies, we have two more questions. Is that okay for you? Your
Yeah.
time
Yeah,
constraints?
I'm okay. I'm flexible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Joe says, or J-O, are my family or guides who are on the other side going to be with me to help me with the estate hearing occurring on the 31st of the month?
So I heard absolutely they don't leave your side. They are there supporting you, and whatever the outcome may be, they will do their part. And you ask for what is the best outcome for me and everyone concerned, and then release the expectation. So, are her loved ones going to be with her at this estate? Yes, I got a definite yes for sure. And I feel as though you know this and you just needed that validation, and good for you, Jo. And
Yeah.
talk to them.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. And I can't really add any more to that. I think that Jean really hit the nail, say the
Yeah.
benevolent outcome or set your intention and ask that they be there, but they definitely will anyway. But release the outcome, release
Absolutely.
any kind of expectation for the outcome. And
Yes.
that's great.
They said, we are right here within your reach. Can you see how close we are? We're not leaving until it's taken care of. Don't you worry. Just trust that we're there. Absolutely know that we are with you. Yeah.
Can I just ask Val one thing? Can we
Yeah.
elaborate a little bit and let them know why it's important for us to release the outcome?
Yeah, when you release the expectations for something, your ego is not involved. Because when you're trying to steer something, it's your will, not divine will. And when you want your soul to drive the vehicle, not your ego self, because you don't know what is for your highest good. And the outcome could even be more grand than you can anticipate, or in some way down the road. You'll understand why your higher self and however spirit working together created a different outcome. So let it go. Don't put the ego in to play. Just let, not
It's
my
hard
way.
to do, though. Isn't it, ladies?
It
I mean,
is not, it's
yeah.
not
It's,
totally
we want to
easy.
control it.
If you want to
we wanna-
control it,
Yeah.
you've got to take a deep breath and trust in spirit, to trust in divine source to bring it forward, your higher self, whatever you want to say. But that is why you release the outcome.
And it also allows them the opportunity to move in and guide a little easier. If you're stuck on this, they can't get things to move or to arrange things. If you let it go, they can come in and make things move a little bit easier. You're allowing them to be a part of it, and it's all energy. And the more you just let it go and say, "I trust you," and the most thing. Oh, okay. Drop the oars and float. That's a good way to remember it.
You're talking about dialectic thinking, the polar opposites, and you're saying stay neutral.
Yeah.
Don't pick this polarity or that polarity, yin or yang position. If you don't take a position and you're the observer and neutral, all things can flow, all things can come. So it's talking about it analytically. That might help.
I thought that was real important to bring
It's
home.
It's a good thing to mention. And I know whenever the universe always thinks you don't trust if you don't let it go. It's like, why are you still harping on this? You've already asked for it. And it's going to come in divine timing.
What are you obsessing about?
Yeah. Because it's not going to come any faster the more you obsess about it. Yeah. Oh, I love it, Terry. Be a kingfisher.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yes.
Be
the observer. That's right. Yeah. What a great day we're having here today. Thank you, everybody. Everybody in the chat has been so wonderful. This is Linda Ellison, and this is the last question we have for the day. I feel so lost and confused most days. What can my guides tell me about moving forward? I want you to know, Linda, you are not alone. just so you know. Not that that helps, but it always is nice to know that there are other people that are trying to find their way right now in this confusion, chaos that we are living.
Well, Linda, what I get for you is the first thing I heard was release. And there, I don't know if you have a meditative practice or you walk outside in nature, whatever that is, dance, while listening to music, whatever that release is. But we'll just use meditation as an example. Sit down and surround yourself with light and use Archangel or Saint Germain, actually. Call in the violet flame. Release all feelings of frustration, all illusions of frustration, blocks, anything that is in your way to release and open up to all this light and information that's sitting outside your energetic field. It's also a matter of trusting. Again, it flows into trust that the universe has your back and that you have a divine plan. You came here at this time for a specific reason, and it's big. So open, release was the first thing I heard. Then, as you surrounded yourself with white light, accept in that beautiful divine source energy, that quantum field of creation that resides within every cell of your body. And it's not like we're bringing it in and it isn't in us. It is in us, but we like to bring it down through the crown chakra. It expands and opens everything up. Once you start doing that, you're going to notice that your frequency changes. Everything around you is going to brighten up, lighten up, expand. And suddenly your universe is going to seem a lot bigger. And you're going to go, oh, you're going to be aware of things you weren't aware of before. Information is going to flow into you, and you are going to see the bigger things you're here for. So you're going to be excited to be here. And I hope that resonates.
Yeah. So, Linda, what I was getting is to simplify, to basically start at the beginning and focus inward on your own divine spark. And just imagine that spark and just focus on it. And this is what they want you to start with. And they also suggested, as Val was saying, to start with aligning your chakras, getting to know your chakras and your energy center, and sort of tapping back into that eternal awareness is inside of you. It is not outside of you. It is not experiences or terms or practices. It is getting to know this person, this vibration of yourself by focusing on that divine spark and aligning with your chakras. Start at the beginning.
Yeah, beautiful. So whenever, and this really touched me the first time I heard of this word in the way that this word on this card was given. I was asked whether or not I was living an authentic life, or was I living the life that other people had planned for me or told me that I had to live. And until I opened up my mind to the idea that authenticity is so vitally important for us, I didn't realize that I was trying to make other people happy by honoring what they would want from me over what I really wanted for myself. So always make sure, everybody, that you're living your own authentic life. And I understand we have to help people. We live with people, but are you doing the job you were meant to do? Are you able to live your life the way that it works for you? Make sure that you do that, because then everything opens, the whole thing opens right up for you. And it tells you that you are perfectly aligned with what it is you need to do. So that is my advice to you, or to anybody.
Beautiful advice.
It was a good question too, Linda. I'm sure you're not alone. And I'm sure that there's plenty of people out there that were wondering the same thing and didn't know how to ask it. I feel like that was a very important question.
It was an important question. Yes. And thank you all for asking. wonderful, important questions that actually all of us can gain wisdom from, even if it wasn't our personal question to begin with. Ladies, any pearls or anything you want to say before we go?
Well, I just want to say Terry Suzuki and myself will be on my channel tomorrow, Monday afternoon at 4 p.m. Eastern, which is 1 p.m. Pacific. And I am looking forward to having our Monday, Magic Monday, I think we're calling it. Magical Monday. So it's not confused with Magic Monday.
It's not mundane Monday, it's magical Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Sounds
right.
great.
And how about you now?
Pearls of wisdom. I just want to say to everyone who's watching and those who watch later that take some time to listen to the stillness within yourself and feel how powerful you are in that core center.
Mm-hmm.
Acknowledge that divine source is you. I am that I am.
Mm-hmm.
From that you can realize everything from
Everything
that.
else. That's right.
Yeah. So
this is I found my card because I love this. You are enough and you are always enough. And so say to yourself, I am enough. I am, because anything that comes after I am is very, very powerful. So don't say I am this bad thing, or, always enough, always enough. Thank you. Thanks, ladies. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and check out these wonderful ladies' channels, please, and subscribe and watch their shows. They're wonderful. Take care.
Thanks, Allie. Thanks,
Thank
Val.
you. Thank you, girls.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Jean.